Pipe Network presents.
Gusto niya bang malaman kung paano kami nakikipag-collab sa mga brands in the MT Show podcast? We use Podmetrics, the easiest way to monetize your podcast. If meron kang podcast, sign up now at podmetrics.co and use my code DMTGShowPod to get full control on how you monetize your show regarding of its size. Again, sign up now at podmetrics.co and use my code DMTGShowPod. If you're an advertiser who wants to collab with us, head on over to advertiser.podmetrics.co and fill up the form. Again, Podmetrics, the easiest way to monetize your podcast. Welcome to your unfiltered Tagalog Wrestling Podcast. This is the MTG Show Podcast.
Hey everyone! We are the 3am Avenue podcast series, ang hashtag tropang madaming ebas.
Here to have genuine conversations about life, love, career, and many more.
Don't forget to search for us on Spotify. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at 3am Podcast Series to hear more about our Tropas Kwentuhans, adventures, and journey towards reaching our goals. See you, mga katropa!
FC
Hey, pal!
Hey folks, my name is Rajiv Doreswamy and I'm the host of The Rajiv Show. Check out The Rajiv Show at The Rajiv Show both on Facebook and Instagram, and new episodes will be released every Wednesdays. Cheers folks, and stay safe.
And welcome to your unfiltered Tagalog Wrestling Podcast. And this is the MTG Show Podcast, a wrestling podcast. You are listening to this podcast by Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Anchor, and on Deezer, and of course the podcast app on the Google Play Store. I want to say thank you for everyone who listen to this podcast every single week on your podcast platform. So before we start this week's podcast, I want to say shout outs to everyone. Siyempre, every week ba tayo nag-shout out sa mga member natin? Ang weird din, no? Kasi ako, sobrang typical na sa akin na gumawa ng ganito kahaba na episode. So, nowadays, hindi ko na siya nagagawa. So, today, on this week's podcast, we're going to talk a lot. Number one, we're going to talk about Raw and the final Raw before Money in the Bank, I guess. Before Money in the Bank, rather. Before the Go Home show. And then, the NXT Great American Bash, the Road Rager for AEW. And then, ano ba? Aleister Black or Tommy and kasi dami niyang pangalan, Tommy and si Diyos ko po, I cannot, hindi ko ma-recognize ng ayos or hindi ko masabi exactly kung ano yung magiging ring name niya here on AEW kasi before ko sabihin to, heads up, here's a spoiler. Kung hindi pa kayo nanonood ng Dynamite, huwag niyo muna pakinggan tong part na to. Please skip niyo muna to. So, nag-appear kaninang umaga So, today is Thursday. Thursday is the recording day. So, coincidentally, nagre-record ako ng episodes every Thursdays. And Thursdays din ang Dynamite ulit. So, Malakay Black or Tommy End, also known as Alistair Black, just made his AEW debut by attacking Arn Anderson and Cody Rhodes. So that's definitely a snubber knocker or a big moment for AEW. Mamaya we're going to talk about the Road Rager pay-per-view or show. Mamaya pag-uusapan natin yung buong Road Rager show. And then as well, we're going to talk about the supposed to be Money in the Bank pay-per-view lineup so far. And pag-uusapan din natin, of course, our Money Fridays. Ang Money Fridays natin for this week is the 2006 Money in the Bank. Baka malimutan ko na naman i-record, kaya nag-heads up na ako. Baka malimutan ko ulit. Kasi yun ang nangyari sa akin on the last episode. Sobrang limot ko doon sa nakaraang episode na yun. Nakalimutan ko na rin i-record yung Money Friday. So, ginawa ko, sineparate ko na lang, nilagyan ko na lang ng ad sa gitna para medyo mag-connect. Ano? Kasi instead, gumawa ko ng dalawang extra. Ang hirap talaga maging makalimutin. Sobrang hirap maging makalimutin lalo na nagpo-podcast ka. And lalo na weekly mo ginagawa ito. Kaya sobrang hirap. Sobrang hirap ng ganito. So, yun na. Wala na tayo masyadong sasabihin. Let's straight. Diretso na tayo kay Malakay Black o Malakay Black o whatever it is. Tommy End. Call him whatever you want. Basta ako, I'm going to call him Tommy End. Mas mabilis yun. So, Tommy End just made his AEW debut. I'm not sure if 30 days after. Di ako sure. Basta hindi na ako nagbibilang ng days. Ano? So, nag-debut siya kanina sa Dynamite. AEW Dynamite. Ano bang show to? I'm not sure about this show. No? So, the show is the Road Rager. Tama nga, Road Rager. Kasi ano yan, 4 na shows for July. Puro siya, tawa ba dito? Puro siya bigger shows. Since comeback din ng AEW, ginawa na lang ganito. Sobrang laki ng coincidence no? So, balik tayo kay Tommy End. So, si Tommy End, nag-debut na siya on Dynamite. On his own. Wala siyang kasama, wala siyang kahit sino. And he just super kicked or he black masked Arn Anderson and Cody Rhodes and just wow. That's a debut. But unfortunately, di ko siya napanood na live kanina or kahapon. Pero sige, I'm going to give my thoughts na lang kasi napanood ko naman na replay. So, surprising. Siyempre ako, nasurpresa ako kay Alistair Black, of course, na nag-return siya on TV kaya AEW. Akala ko talaga 90 days din to. But, sinabi ng PW Insider or Fightful, kasi dalawang source ito, PW Insider said that WWE forgot to update Alistair Black's non-compete clause from 30 to 90 days. So, yung mga nare-release kasi sa NXT is may non-compete clause from 30 days. For 30 days. And then pag main roster release naman is 90 days. So technically, hindi siya nabigyan ng 90 days clause. So that's why napaaga yung kanyang return sa TV. Or yung appearance niya napaaga. Dapat talaga, pag namumove ka sa main roster, meron ka talagang 90 days pag ikaw ay na-release. Ganun ang siste. Kaya, kaya nakuha niya yung 30 days kasi nakalimutan nila. And that's why nakapag-debut si Tommy End sa Dynamite. Ayun, natuwa ako syempre kasi Tommy End, nakabalik niya siya sa TV. And yung mga fans na hiyak na makita si Black ulit sa WWE since Zelina Vega just made her return last week. And now, Aleister Black on this week. Hindi na ako magugulat if hindi talaga siya mag-E ulit si Aleister. And ang hindi pa nakakagulat doon is he made a teasers. Gumawa siya ng teasers about I think earlier yesterday or Monday, basta this week yon, gumawa siya ng teasers, nilabas niya yon, and then ayun na, so lumabas na nga si Malakay Black, may video yon, check yun na lang. And sobrang na-impress ako doon, sobrang laki ng upgrade from the former gimmick bago siya ma-release sa contract niya. That's a big improvement para sa akin. So yeah, yun lang ang thoughts ko kay Aleister Black / Malakay Black / Tommy End / whatever it is. And speaking of Malakay Black, let's talk about Tommy and Buddy Murphy. So Buddy Murphy is now released from his contract nga. And nag-congrats siya kay Tommy End. But don't forget about me, how's the eye? Ako medyo natatawa ako dito, but I hope that they can compete against each other in the future. And I wish na may darating na araw na maglalaban silang dalawa inside a ring, whatever it is, New Japan, AEW, Impact, whatever it is, as long as na nandyan silang dalawa, I wish that they can stole the show, they can stole the shit, and they can make a show. Yun lang sa akin for Aleister Black / Tommy End. And we're going to continue with the Road Rager. Some thoughts lang on the Road Rager. So, almost buo napanood ko dito sa Road Rager sa card na to. So, let's start with the first match of the card. So, we got Cody versus QT Marshall in a South Beach strap match. Of course, Cody wins the match, obviously. And I'm not surprised. Joke lang. Para sa akin lang, Cody opening the show is very, interesting. Kasi, of course, he is EVP. Siyempre, EVP yung mag-open ng show. I don't know what the proposal or the shit goes or kung ano yung nangyayari. But I think Cody opening the show is mean something. Parang babalik. Siya yung nag-open because he wants to greet or to hype the show early. And Cody is a big name, so hindi na ako nagulat na Cody talaga mangunguna dito. Ayun, nagkaroon nga ng basically a South Beach strap match. Hawakan mo yung 4 turnbuckles. And medyo nabitin lang ako kasi the match is only 11, 12, 13 minutes. And that's it. That's it. Yun lang. Yun lang ang match na medyo nabibitin pa ako ng konti doon. And at least, natapos na yung feud, which is a +1 to me. Natapos na ata yung QT Marshall versus Cody feud. And thank God, natapos na din. And then, so sabi ko nga, sobrang hot ng crowd na to sa Miami. Sobrang init ng pagtanggap, kumbaga. And sobrang ganda rin ng palitan nila. Even though na medyo obvious na yung decision, wala na, obvious naman yung decision. So sa match na lang sila babawi, diba? Yan ang sikreto dito. And hindi ko muna pwede sabihin na yung Cody versus bullshit, whatever. Hindi ko muna pwede sabihin. Basta masasabi ko lang is sobrang ganda ng pay-per-views na may crowd. Iba talaga pag may show na may crowd, ibang pag may pay-per-views na may crowd, and I wish WWE can do better than what we expect earlier. Yan, sorry. So next, we got match as well. So we got Kenny Omega. He did a promo on wala na daw siyang contender, blah 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 blah. Yun na lang sinasabi niya last week. Yun din na sinabi niya this week. And then we got Dark Order on the building. And then lumabas na nga si Gallows, Anderson, Nakasawa. And then inatake na yung stable. And then lumabas na nga dito si Adam Page. So sobrang lakas ng crowd as in. And then nasundan yun, mag-attempt na dapat si Adam Page ng backshot lariat. Pero nag-hesitate siya ganun. And instead, nag-face off na lang sila ni Kenny Omega. So it means we can get a Omega versus Page match, either all out, pay-per-view in the future, or isa doon sa 4 pang shows. 4, 3 na lang pala kasi tapos na. And then, ito masasabi ko lang, simple lang to. If fans thinks na hindi pa ready si Page and Omega to fight each other, ngayon nyo ipakita. Ready na si Adam Page na maging champion. He can be the guy who can beat Kenny Omega for the championship. And I hope that Adam Page is the guy who can beat Kenny for the bout. Also, we got ayan, so nagkaroon nga ng face-off si Chris Jericho and si MJF. Ayun na nga, nag-face-off nga sila. So, ito ang concept na kailangan isolve na nila yung feud ni MJF and ni Chris Jericho. So, ganito. Magkakaroon ng 4 matches si Jericho na kailangan talunin niya lahat yung 4. Kailangan sunod-sunod, basta ang hirap i-explain. And then, pag natalo niya lahat yung 4, saka papasok si MJF. Ayun, knockout. And I swear na sobrang ganda ng concept nito. And I think kung hindi ako nagkakamali, baka itong feud na to, itong match na to ko ni MJF, it's either isang gabi or iba-ibang gabi. And the conclusion will be at all out. So, if ganun na mangyayari, may sense. Okay. And ito na nga, si Matt Sydal, Matt Sydal. Andrade El Idolo versus Matt Sydal in a match. Also, actually, sobrang angasan pa rin talaga ako kay Andrade. Ibang-iba talaga si Andrade para sa akin. And yun na nga, hindi pa rin na bago yung finisher niya. Ano? Hindi na bago. Yung modified hammerlock DDT, hindi na bago. And yun. What a debut for Andrade. And then, yun lang. So, we're going to talk about Malakay Black. So, since pag-usapan na natin kanina, nag-address dito si Arn Anderson in the ring and then nag-lights off. 2 beses nag-lights up. Lumabas na si Aleister Black, Malakay Black. And then yun, hinit niya na Black Mass. Parang ina-acknowledge siya as may end ng una, and then the end, sinabi nga na Malakay Black. So technically, Black Mass pa rin yung finisher. Yan, parang hinit niya parehas and then nag-walk out na si Black. And then that's it. Sobrang laki na plus nito. May crowd, may return, may title change, wala. But surprising, that's good. Diba? Yun lang. Sobrang solid. Medyo nagtataka lang ako talaga. Bakit hindi 90? Instead, we got 30. Sinabi ko na yung explanation ko kanina. Backread yun na lang. Basta technically dapat talaga 90 yan since he did a main roster run. 'Di ba? Kaya kataka-taka talaga. Bakit ang nangyari sa kanya is instead of 60 ay 90 naging 30 days yung kanyang free. And kagulat-gulat naman talaga kasi kahit sino magugulat doon, 'di ba? And then finally we got the main event. We got Young Bucks versus Penta and Eddie Kingston. Para sa akin, sobrang ganda lang nitong match na to. I swear to God na isa to sa mga pinakamagandang matches na nakita ko sa Dynamite so far this year. And sobrang goosebumps. Number one, may crowd na ulit. Malaking bagay ang crowd. And I think the factor na sobrang solid so far ng run ng Young Bucks, malaking bagay yun. Sobrang laki ng bagay. And hindi ka gulat-gulat na if Bucks lost this match, parang mawawala ng saysay itong build nila kay Kenny. Ganun lang kasimple. Again, itong Dynamite na to is so good. Maganda tong Dynamite na to. I wish na maging consistent na ganito yung Dynamite. Sisiguraduhin ko magiging maganda lalo ulit ang Dynamite kasi sobrang pangit ng Dynamite nila for the past month. Yan, yun lang sa akin. I wish bumawi na sila ngayon. Ayan, before we continue, let's talk about NXT Great American Bash na. Medyo napapaba na kasi tayo. So, I'm going to make this thing short. So, first thing foremost, we got a NXT Tag Team Titles, MSK versus Ciampa and Thatcher. Basta ako, conclusion ko na lang. Ayoko masyado mag-explain. Parang sobrang angas lang ng laban na to. Medyo ang basta hindi ako nag-expect ng title change dito. Pero at least nabigyan nila ng MSK ng maganda ng laban. Itong sila Ciampa and si Thatcher, parang hindi porket talo na sila mapupunta na sila sa main roster, hindi ganon. So far, this match in my perspective is my match of the night dito sa Great American Bash. Also, to mention yung Road Rager match between Adam Page, yung sa Young Bucks and Kingston and Penta. Ito yung magkalaban na matches. Para sa akin, pares lang sila. Equal lang sila. The difference is mas maganda lang yung execution sa Dynamite kumpara dito. Yun lang. Mamaya ako bibigyan ng rating. So, also we got a championship match again. So, $1 million championship. Di na ako nagulat. Cameron Grimes lost. Di na ako nagulat doon. To be honest. Na natalo dito si Grimes. And ngayon butler na ni LA Knight si Cameron Grimes. And ano kaya ang story na magli-lead sa dalawang ito? I don't know. Also, just a heads up again to the fans na nanonood ng NXT. So we got a new NXT Women's Tag Team Champion. So Io Shirai and Zoe Stark is your new NXT Women's Champion. Tag Team Champions. So, ang aga ng title change para sa akin. Sobrang aga lang na binigay nila kay Io tsaka kay Zoe Stark tong titles. In my opinion, sobrang aga. Parang binibuild pa lang nila and now, that's it. They're the champions now. Sabihin natin na hot potato na yung championship tong NXT Women's Tag but hindi natin pwedeng bawiin yung fact na itong Tyro na to is easily better than the main roster Tyro. Ano? Tama ba ako? But the difference on those Tyros, to be honest, is itong Tyro na to, partida ilang buwan pa lang to. Mas nakikita ko na yung relevance niya kumpara doon sa women's tag sa main roster. So main roster tag Tyros right now, asa na yan? I don't know. Doon pa lang, wala na. Basta ako, tong match na to, so good. Sobrang ganda ng laban. Io Shirai is the third woman to win the NXT Women's and the Tag Titles after Ember Moon and Raquel Gonzalez. And then, in-announce na din yung sa breakout tournament. So, Trey Baxter, Carmelo Hayes, Andre Chase, Josh Briggs, Ike Menjiro, Joe Gacy, Odyssey Jones, Duke Hudson, Giro versus Hudson is announced for next week. I don't know if tama yung pag-pronounce ko, basta yan. Okay lang. So, also, before we continue, yung battery teaser is Tegan Knox. And, tama ata, hula ko. Tama, nanghula ba ako dito? Nanghula ba ako dito? I think nanghula ako dito. So, Tegan Knox is the battery teaser. And, we got it. So, yeah. Yun lang. So, that's a good match. And, syempre, maganda yung overshadow nito. And, yeah. Parang hindi ko pa nakikita yung goal talaga ng Women's Tag Titles. But soon, siguro, for now, doon muna tayo. Makontento muna tayo. Yun talaga ang masasabi ko. So, yeah. And then, so, ito, I want to address this kasi medyo maraming may ayaw dito eh. Itong sa Heathrow Championship Cyber. So, medyo kakaiba to kasi medyo first time to sa NXT na rap concert to. So, I love this na aabot nila yung Cena level of rapping ganun. And sobrang rare nito. I wish na weekly ito mangyari or at least once every 2 weeks. Sobrang unique. And I wish na maging weekly siya talaga sa NXT. Pero hindi natin makikita yan weekly. At least, natarato na nila si Swerve as a star with a new gimmick. And plus na yun. Diba? Yun. And then, ayun. So, we got the main event. Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, one-on-one match. So, I think this match stole the show according to the fans. Hindi ko kasi napanood to ng buo. Kasi, fuck it. Hindi na ako nagulat kasi Adam Cole will win. But seriously, this match is so fun to watch. And, yung wrestling, kitang-kita natin dito talaga. We saw wrestling on this one, not the acrobatic bullshit. And sobrang solid. Makakita pa tayo ng isa pang match between them. Maybe a takeover. Yun talaga. At least, masasabi ko, at least nabigyan nila ng time si Kyle O'Reilly at si Adam Cole na makapag-deliver ng match. Kahit ito ay TV lang. At least, mas maganda to kumpara doon sa una. And medyo ang haba eh. And then ito, mas nakapaggawa ng story na mas maganda. And yung, I wish the interest or maybe maglagay na rin sila ng Tyro stakes doon sa susunod na championship run or sa magiging challenger. I wish either of these two can challenge Karen Cross for the championship pagkatapos ng laban niya kay Gargano next week. So yun, speaking of next week, in-announce din pala sa NXT na Gargano will face Cross for the NXT Championship. And for me, Gargano will lose, obviously. And then ayun, so balik tayo sa AEW kasi medyo nakalimutan ko kanina. So, maganda yung card pala ng Dynamite for next week. Kasi they gave us another isa na namang Snubber Knocker week. So, ito yung Fighter Fest Night 1. So, it's Darby Allin and Ethan Page. Also, Matt Hardy versus Christian Cage. Of course, it's a tawag ba dito? Nostalgia. Syempre, nostalgia to. And then, Brian Cage versus Ricky Starks for the FTW Championship. Oras na siguro para mag-give face si Brian Cage. And then, we got IWGP United States title, John Moxley versus Carl Anderson, and then Adam Page interview, and Penelope Ford and Yuka Sakazaki. Basta milig ko talaga mabulol lagi, ano. And then, let's move on to Monday Night Raw. So, ngayong Monday night na to is I think the first Monday Night Raw na pinalabas ulit sa Top Sports and Top Go. Pero mamaya i-explain ko yung experience ko sa Top Go before we end this episode or before we move on to the Money Friday segment. I-explain ko kung ano yung naging experience ko sa Top Go. It's not a sponsored. Hindi namin ko dito sponsored. Hindi rin to pre-advertisement ng Top Go sa akin. Ito ay personal opinion ko and magiging opinion ko lang. And I wish wag nyo kayo boycott. Sige. So, ayan. Nagkaroon nga ng special Money in the Bank ladder match. And ang pansin ko, umikot kay Ricochet. Hindi, Ricochet tuloy. Umikot kay Riddle itong segment na to. No comment muna ako kay Riddle if isipin ko na siya yung mananalo ng Money in the Bank. I don't think mananalo siya. Yan lang. And then we got another match between Ricochet and John Morrison. Yeah, no contest naman. Not surprised. No contest. And then, teka lang. Let's move on to one of the most ridiculous shit in the roster so far. So, Jinder Mahal is back. Ano? And then, ayan, nagkaroon nga ng match si Jinder and Drew McIntyre. And I wish na sila yung mag-feud for SummerSlam and please ilayo nyo muna si Drew sa Tyro, ilayo nyo muna sa Money in the Bank pagkatapos. And if matatalo si Drew doon, ito yung magtutuloy. Sigurado ako. Ito yung magtutuloy na feud at least may sense. At least naka-move on pa si Drew sa iba. Diba? And then we got ano pa ba? We got this bullshit main event. Actually, pwede ko sabihin bullshit, but still. The main event basically is a match between New Day and Hurt Business after at least proud din ako na MVP is back on competing, ano. And then, yung sobrang natutuwa ako na nakapag-compete na si MVP. Number 2, sobrang saya ko lang na protected pa rin si Bobby Lashley. And number 3, I wish na before mag Money in the Bank, mas makikita natin yung solid na New Day kahit silang dalawa lang. Ito patunay lang to na matatalo na si Kofi. Ito yung nakikita natin right now na tong mismong matches na to, it means matatalo si Kofi. Ganun lang kasimple. Yun ang teorya ko. 'Di ba? Ganun lang kasimple mag-theory. Siyempre ito, solid main event. At least nakikita natin yung story. And yung kay Woods, isa sa mga pinaka-underrated talaga. Yung kay MVP, I think nagpo-protect niya talaga si Lashley at least. At least. Sobrang fun. Sobrang fun nitong episode to. Himala nga eh. Himala ito. First time ko manood ng Raw after I think 5, 6, 7 episodes. Yun lang ang sa akin. So, we're going to talk about the Impact real quick. So, gusto kong tuon na ng pansin itong main event ng Impact this week. So, we have the main event, Team Don Callis versus Team Tommy Dreamer. The match is pretty good. Pero, ang problema ko kasi dito, ang medyo obvious na rin na magiging turncoat dito si Moose. Pero ang sabihin natin na obvious na yung magiging turncoat dito si Moose. At least nabigyan tayo ng isang magandang laban, Number 1, protected si Kenny at si Callihan. Number 2, protected din yung feud between Moose and Chris Sabin. Si Moose kasi is a heel. Although, asshole din si Moose eh. Yun ang nakikita ko dun eh. But still, asshole. And si Tommy Dreamer is also an asshole kasi ginawa niyang teammate sa team niya, si Moose, on the story. So, still, is an asshole. Yun lang. Yan. Basta, yun lang nga sa akin. And then, ano pa? medyo masama na yung ko So, we're going to talk about SmackDown real quick. So, ang sakit ng ko po. So, Edge, namabas siya sa crowd. Of course, the crowd tuloy. Ba't lagi nagka-crowd? Wala pang crowd dito. So, lumabas siya sa Thunderdome. And marami siyang sinabi about the past WrestleMania match between Edge, Bryan, and Roman. And, ayun. I will beat blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Yun naman lagi. I will beat Edge. I will beat Roman for the championship, which is obviously not. Yeah, yun lang. And then, we got this sad boy Baron Corbin. I don't know guys, but seriously, ito na ba yung downfall ni Baron Corbin? Sobrang sad boy nito, puta. Hindi ko ma-imagine na from being the king of the ring, from being a constable, from being a Money in the Bank winner, US champion. Ito? Gago ba kayo? Sa akin lang ang weird ito Kahit I know there's a story, meron na rin natang plano na magawin siyang Happy Corbin or baka mag-turn na rin siya into a baby face. But still, natatawa talaga ako doon sa natatawa ako doon sa Happy Corbin. Ang weird kasi pakinggan. Ang weird din pag minimension mo. Ang weird din pakinggan. So, completely ang weird. Basta ang linawin natin, ang pangit. Ang pangit. Yun lang. Abangan natin in the future. Abangan na lang natin susunod na outcome. And then, so we got another challenge between Bailey and Bianca Belair. And I think ito magkakaroon na nga ng I Quit match for Money in the Bank. So it's Bailey versus Bianca Belair all over again. Yeah. And yeah, yun lang. Awan ko, questionable na rin sa akin talaga tong feud nila. But an I Quit match na hindi pa natin nakikita ulit is very interesting. Roman and Jey Uso, that's a Hell in a Cell I Quit kasi kaya medyo different siya para sa akin. Itong I Quit match is very different kumpara doon. But still I Quit match. Let's see kung ano yung kalalabasan noon. So also we got Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn. One of the most solid matches on the feud. Sobrang dominant talaga. And yung kita natin na itong match na to ay sobrang pay-per-view quality match. And syempre, kudos pa rin kay Sami. Pero di na ako magugulat na manalo dito. Di na ako nagugulat na matatalo dito si Owens. Yun lang. Yeah. So, also heads up then ulit na Selena Vega just made her return. Same nga sinabi ko kanina. And nagkaroon ulit na match between Liv Morgan and Selena Vega. And yeah, yun lang. Ang akin dito is Selena Vega is so okay lang, sakto lang. Pero ang in-expect ko kasi is si Liv muna yung ipapasok bago siya. Pero it remains the same. Mag-a-announce muna and then papasok si Liv. Magiging constant ito. Sure ko na si Liv manalo ng Money in the Bank. Ganun lang kasimple. And then kompletuhin na natin to. Squash to obviously. Otis is so good on this one. Sobrang badass na ni Otis dito. He changed completely. Sobrang kompleto na yung title change niya. Sobrang kompleto na yung change. And then finally, a segment between Edge and Jimmy Uso or yan, basta yan. Sobrang angas na segment to. Maikli man to, pero sobrang angas. Ganun lang kasimple. I love Edge, no doubt about it. And that's one of the best segments that I saw on SmackDown in a while. Again, this is a short review lang. Ayoko masyado magbigay ng mahaba nowadays kasi I'm not saying na ini-spoil ko kayo. Pero gusto ko lang talaga magiging strict up. Ganun lang ang ginagawa ko. So, kung if di nyo gusto yung ganong format, there's a lot of podcasts to listen to. Yan lang. So, let's move on to our review. So, I'm going to give my 10 minutes or at least 15 minutes on this commentary kasi matagal na akong dinagawa ng commentary here in the show. So, let's start. So, I think yesterday or Monday, Tuesday, kinonfirm ng Top Sports na mag-air na sila ng live programming for Raw Tuesday on Top Sports and Top Go. Also NXT on Top Sports and Top Go. Of course, Top Go is the platform. Top Sports is for TV feed. And those platforms are very different. Number one, ito sa TV yung isa. Kasi isa yun sa platform. So, syempre, malaking difference yun. Ito ay base lamang sa sarili kong experience and sa sarili kong explore and base na rin sa ilang members ng PHC community. So ako, nag-explore ako sa app. I used the TapGo app for this commentary, ano? And I can say is medyo hindi pa fluish yung app. Hindi pa siya pulido para sa akin. Kasi there's a lot of details, there's a lot of incomplete bugs. Marami pa siyang bugs, aminin natin. And syempre improvement to para maging andin sa kanila, ano? I'm not saying this kasi concerned ako. Concerned ako syempre for the platform. And I want the platform na maging better. Gusto ko maging better yung platform. That's why I did this commentary, ano? Straight up na tayo. So, I tried TapGo platform on my smartphone. Of course, it's an Android phone. And the navigation of the app itself is so messy. Messy. Sobrang messy. And based din sa ibang members, medyo na-adjust pa nila yung sa PC kasi iba yung platform. Sa mobile, iba rin ang platform. Kaya medyo magulo. If you're going to visit tapgo.tv, ibang-iba yung nalabas dito. Iba rin doon sa app. Kasi sa app, di pa updated. So, yung episode ng Raw dito sa TapGo is incomplete and also sobra. Pero we all know mag-improve pa yung platform in the next few days once na mag-full launch na sila, mag-full blast na sila dito. And also yung tawag dito, yung platform. I wish na they can fix the platform pa. Marami namang pwede ma-improve dito sa platform. So, hindi lang wrestling ang meron dito sa platforms. Meron din ditong movies, meron din itong live TV feed, pero wala ditong top sports. And just to add on, hindi na po libre manood sa TapGo. So, if you're going to use TapGo, you are going to get a 7-day trial and then magbabayad ka ng 200 pesos for 30 days. Question: is TapGo really worth the 200 pesos? Is TapGo worth it? Or TapGo? Is TapGo sucks or does it suck? Ito, I can say they suck for now. The platform is suck. The platform is suck. The WWE suck. And definitely I wish na they can fix it for the next few days, I guess. And the end is the platform suck. Of course, para hindi ako maging bias, I'm going to give my pro and con. So ang pro ko dito is always be, hindi siya user-friendly, ha? Linawin natin, the platform is not a user-friendly platform for now. I wish na ma-fix siya in the future. Another pro is hindi lang wrestling ang papanood mo dito. You can watch the Today Show, you can watch other shows na sakop ng top channels like TapGo, Top Sports, and Top TV Top Edge. Hindi lang wrestling ang mapapanood mo dito. Meron din football. Marami pang iba. Especially the Pacquiao-Spence fight na ang rumors dito sa Top Go i-air yung pay-per-view live. Doon tayo sa cons. Siyempre, yung automatic quality ng app, walang adjustments, is a con. Con talaga yon. And then, you're going to pay 200 pesos for this. Is always a con. Con na agad yun. If hindi naman maayos yung platform, I don't think it worth the price eh. Ganun lang ang platform dito. Ganun lang asiste. If you want to watch WWE programming sa ibang platform rather than this, there's a WWE Network free version. You can pay at least $9, $10, 500 pesos I think for 1 month of trial. Mas worth it yun kasi dito. I-pay-per-view pa yon. Ito wala. And kung susumahin natin, yung pag-subscribe mo sa Top Go, I don't think na magtatagal yung ganun na sistema. Also, just to add, doon sa Facebook page nila, ang dami dong misleading na advertisements. Sobrang dami na kesyo 14 days but we got 7 days. Sobrang misleading. I want them to fix that. Please fix that soon as possible. I wish they can fix that. And yeah, sasabi ko to dahil experience ko to and I want them to fix that. Signal, do the same kasi sobrang pangit din ng platform nyo. Pero hindi ko muna gagawa ng komentaryo yan. For now, let's stick with real wrestling. And getting Top Go is not the best option if WWE lang ang papanoorin mo. To end this, Top Go in the first place doesn't deserve that. Nakapanood ako ng Top Go, ng Raw sa Top Go before, and hindi na siya masama. It's fine. But today, sobrang different na ng perspective ko on this one. Yeah, that's it. So, before we continue on our next segment, kahit tapos na ang 677 sales, you can use my links puta. You can use my links on Shopee and Lazada. That's tinyurl.com/Lazada XMTG show. And Lazada, again, that's Lazada XMTG show on tinyurl or tinyurl.com/Shopee XMTG show. Gamitin nyo muna yung link bago kayo mag-add to cart and bago kayo mag-checkout. Malaking tulong yan sa akin at malaking tulong yan sa show. So, before we wrap up this week's podcast, we have the Money in the Bank, of course, Money Fridays. So, Money Fridays, ito na yung pangatlong installment natin. So, we got the 2006. So, ang competitors nito is Rob Van Dam, Shelton Benjamin, and Ric Flair on Raw. SmackDown, Finlay, ayan, yun lang. Tapos si Carlito. So, the match itself is sobrang hindi, I'm not saying it's bad sobrang fantastic na tong laban na to. And Rob Van Dam winning the match is so on call. Maganda yung call nila dito And yung pag-uusapan natin dito ngayon is yung naging legacy itong cash in ni Raban Diamond Cena. Ewan ko kung ano bang tatawag ka dito. Kamalasan ba o yung bangungot? Kasi ito samahin nyo ha. Yung mga nag-cash in, pre-announced cash in after ni RBD is puro talo. So, John Cena, Damian Sandow, Braun Strowman, all of them, they lost. Yun. Yun ang logic dun. Lahat ng pre-announced cash-ins after ni RBD, lahat sila talo. Can we call this legacy? Na si RBD lang ang nakagawa nun? Yes, we can. So, ang sense nito actually, itong parang announce ni RBD ng kanyang cash-in is to inform Cena na makakapunta siya sa event. Notice yun, para ma-ensure na pupunta si RBD sa one night stand on 2006. And, ayan, he won the match thanks to Edge spearing Cena. It makes sense. And the match itself at Money in the Bank, that match is so fantastic. I wish na maglabas din si ng mga matches ito from that year, and it's gonna be good para sa akin. So, unfortunately, the match is not available on the network sa pre-version. Kaya, di ko siya napanood ng buo. Pinanood ko na lang highlights din. Pero, napanood ko yung dalawa pang nakaraan. So, basically, yeah. Para sa akin lang, deserve ni RBD yun. Before we wrap up, ito, may nahabol pa pala ako. So, I'm going to address my answer on my top questions this week. So, ano ba yung hindi ko makakalimutan na Thunderdome moments? Ano yung pinaka-best Thunderdome moment in the Thunderdome history? No doubt about it, it's The Undertaker's retirement. Wala nang iba. Kung match ang tutukoy ko dito, I think pwede kong reference dito yung ang hirap ang hirap mag-reference ng match dito, but ang pinaka gusto kong match so far dito sa Thunderdome is yung triple threat sa Clash of Champions, Hardy versus Styles versus Sami Zayn. Most underrated so far. And yung I think the Fiend versus Orton TLC. Yun, sobrang fantastic nung moments na yun. Wala akong masabi. And I think sobrang tayo sa isang oras. It's time to wrap up. Mag-wrap up na tayo. So, thank you for listening on this episode despite the fact na medyo messed up na yung episode. Thank you for listening. Follow the podcast on all the social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, and TikTok at the MTG Show Pod. Listen to the podcast every Fridays on your favorite podcast platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Anchor, Deezer, and other platforms, and on the MTG Show Podcast app on the Google Play Store. Also, join our Discord chat. Discord chat is on every top questions. Andun yung link to join our community. Kahit di siya masyadong active, but still, may Discord chat tayo. And also our Facebook group, the MTG Show Podcast group on Facebook. And then follow my social media platforms at TG Penera on Twitter and Instagram. So, basically, yeah, that's it for today's episode. Stay safe, stay registered to vote, and I will see you on the next episode. Yeah. Thank you.